Hello, this is a Knight K20, 107 centimeters tall, made in 1975, just come into stock, so just having a look to see what sort of work might just perfect it. Now, the casework's in pretty immaculate condition throughout. The owner, or rather the one who inherited it from one careful lady owner apparently, said that it was something like oak or teak, but it's certainly not oak, and teak is very common for Knights. But we thought this might be cherry because it's very similar to this sample cherry caster cup that we've got here, rather nice one that we got from the manufacturer, and I think really cherry light might be the best description of the colour. It's quite a long time since I did a Knight video, so I just want to show you some features of Knights which are unique. One is that the rear casters stick out, so it doesn't quite go flush to the wall because there's an extremely heavy frame. Knights are so special pianos, really. I think if you're a tuner you know that, and it's good for the public to know just how special Knights are, how stable they are, and how so well made. This soundboard here, it says manufactured from the genuine European spruce, which is identical materials to those used in the Stradivarius violin. Knights also put this inside, which talks about the instruments being specially constructed to withstand severe extremes of heat, dryness, humidity and central heating in any part of the world. And they did indeed export to all of the Commonwealth, so you'll find Knights wherever you go in the Commonwealth. Another special construction feature of Knights is that they've dispensed with the brace bar here. Now, I'll show you another piano to compare with. It does mean the sound is more even throughout. It doesn't have a break. This is Knight's own letter of construction, where they do say here, Knights have dispensed with the bar brace in the treble section, and in so doing have eliminated the bad notes which normally occur on each side of the treble brake bar. Here's a Yamaha U3 with the brace bar here, and we'll listen to the sound of the notes either side of it. You notice on the left hand side it's a bit brighter. Of course, this is a well made piano, but on some pianos you get a lot of contrast between that side and that side. So the same notes on the Knight. They're identical type of tone, really. Now, the tone on this particular piano is mellow because I think the client may, or the one who owned the piano, may have actually had the hammer's voice slightly quieter, because although they are slightly worn, Knights are characteristically bright pianos, but just shows you if you want to have a mellower sound, and we often compare them with Walnut, which is our other preferred English make, both extremely good. Now, someone's mellowed this down, I'm pretty sure, and if we reface these, it will bring some of the brightness back, probably all of it actually, because they're quite hard, well-made hammers. So you can see there's not a huge amount of wear in there. We can easily take off a millimetre or two and still have nearly all the hammer left, so it won't make any difference. If you do reface, you've got to be very careful that they line up to the string exactly, otherwise you can be worse than before you reface. In other words, the hammer, all three strings should hit simultaneously. Should hit all three strings simultaneously. Really important. Let's compare the tone with some other pianos. I don't have any other small pianos in this location, sorry about that. So this is a U3 Yamaha and a 122 centimeters tall New Fouric. This is the worksheet we've made for the piano, and you can see some of the things I've mentioned there. And I didn't mention yet the key weighting, which is quite varied, and I often find this on Knights that the sharps are quite heavy. I'm not sure why that should be. If you've got any if you're in the trade and have got any comments there. 52 grams middle C, that's not too bad. 50 grams is what we're aiming for. But 45 goes a bit too light there. 48's all right there. 41 is much lighter than it should be. Those are quite varied, the naturals, as you can see. 60 right in the base there. 64 for a sharp. Now that should be about 52 in the base. So we've got lots of evening up to do there. We will do that. It's something that we try to get the piano just like a new piano, really, and there's no reason why you shouldn't really buy this. It's as stable as any new piano. Very, very stable pianos, Knights are. So that's a Knight K20 made in 1975, 107 centimeters tall, and it's always a piano we love to source, and this one is in such good condition casework wise. It's really very well kept, and as we've seen, the piano has been used a reasonable amount, making it mellower. The regulation is very good. So I don't know whether a tuner regulated it at some stage, but it is almost perfect. Just the hammers are very mellow. But you might want a mellow piano, and many have commented before that Knights are a bit bright. Well, this just shows you that, as I've mentioned before, it's all to do with hammers. There's delightful pianos. The touch is very varied at the moment, and that's the one thing I always find we need to do with Knights. But wherever you play it, it has a very even tone and very delightful tone. Now, if you're studying music, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't buy a Knight piano instead of buying a new piano. Certainly a cheap new piano would not be nearly as good as a Knight. If you're in the trade, please do comment, because this piano is cheaper than most new pianos, but really has got a lot more wear in it still. I would say a cheap new piano will be worn out in about 20 years, where this piano will carry on for another 50 years. And if you're interested and you'd like to try the piano out, we're offering a scheme at the moment where you can rent the piano for a month, or our normal scheme is 10 months, and you can see those on the website if you look at our rentals page. If you live a long way from Oxford, that's no problem whatsoever. We can let you try the piano out, and if you like it, you can then buy it afterwards. So please let us know, info@robertspianos.com, if you're interested in the piano or interested in another Knight, maybe a different colour. The more common colour is mahogany. This is quite a light colour, although there are quite a lot of teak ones as well. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you very much for listening.